The NHL playoffs are finally here. Not long from now, one team will be awarded the greatest trophy in professional sports. And here at Pub Sports Radio, we are celebrating it with our first ever NHL playoff pool. $50 to enter, and all of that money, except for $3 in credit card fees, goes into the prize pool. Your job is to create a roster of 20 players, any 20 players of your choosing. 1 point for a goal, 1 point for an assist. The team with the most points at the end of the Stanley Cup playoffs gets the cash. The top 10% will be paid here in our Pub Sports Radio NHL playoff pool. Picks must be in by Saturday, April 20th. Puck drop of the first playoff game, which should be an easy date to remember for you ganja smokers out there. 4/20, it all goes off. Compete against your favorite Pub Sports Radio personalities and get that cash. The Stanley Cup playoffs are here. Let's get paid.
Get 'em, Jimmy, where Loshak at? The bottle's getting empty, I'm not cracking, we stacking. Chips, all of it's what I want, plus money winners, that's what I'm on. You can say I'm gone, I prefer elevated Pub Sports Radio. Time to get educated, Bouquett produced, fade the juice, letting loose with so much abuse that the bookies wanna call the truth. They get slaughtered, can't forget Jeff and Low Baggers in the chat. That's a little record, cause we be, oh yeah, pubbing. We be pubbing!
Special intro today on the 420 edition of Say Hey Plays today. Say hey, everyone. Nice to see you guys using old Jimmy the Bag's intro because we have the voice of the intro with us, making his Say Hey Plays debut. It's our guy,
What it do?
JPeezy. JPeezy, what's up, my man? How's it going?
Oh, man, it's living lovely, man. Living lovely. Enjoying this Saturday morning. Thanks for having me on, man.
It's nice to see you. It's nice to share the screen with you. I'm sure you've heard me say frequently that the person I said I didn't get to hang out with during Pubblepalooza enough was you. So I'm glad that you're joining us here, Mr. JPeezy. Dabby Cab joining us as always on Saturdays. Dabby, it's nice to see you as well. Happy 420 to you, Dabby. I'm sure today is like a holiday for you.
Today is like yesterday. I'm gonna smoke a lot of weed. Today is like yesterday, and the day before that, it'll be a lot like tomorrow too. I'm gonna fire up a bunch of weed and gamble on a bunch of sports.
Well, that sounds like a great day to me as well. Happy 420 to all the people watching. If you're lighting up a plain joint, bong, pipe, whatever you're doing right now, we appreciate you for watching. Cheers to everyone. As always, I brought my pipe. I brought my Gandalf pipe with me, guys. So cheers to everyone. And God damn it, let's get after these bookies today because it's going to be a fun one. I can't wait. JPeezy, I'll let you kick this off because I have to take this hit. How's your baseball season going?
Started off like real hot, then kind of like simmered down a little bit. So, I'm kind of just like watching because, all these teams, they haven't really like figured out who they are yet. And if they haven't figured out who they are, how can we figure out who they are? So we got to kind of watch it a little bit, see what's happening. Let some of our last year's biases kind of like fade away as we welcome in the new year, man. So that's how I'm looking at it right now. But I haven't been doing bad, but like not as good as I would like to.
Okay, cool. What about you, Dabby Cab? We'll talk about last Saturday and our debacle here in a second, but how's your week been?
Talk about it. We sucked. There, it's over. We lost. Just the same as winning. We lost last week. I'm down a few units on the season. It's not a place I'm used to being. Anybody who's followed me, in the 3 years that I've been doing this publicly, I've been in the red before, but it's not somewhere that I'm used to being. It's not somewhere I'm comfortable. So today we're going to get out of it. I've got a few bets that I like a lot today.
A few?
Do what?
A few bets for you?
Yeah. I got a few today. I got a few today. See, that's the thing about low volume. Once you pick it up, it's easy to build that record back up. That's why I stayed. I'm patient, JPeezy. I'm patient, baby.
Oh, that's good. And I'm real patient today. I'm like, Lord, let me sit down and talk it out with you fellas. I capped every single game, but I've only made one bet. So
okay, I've done basically the same thing here. Capped all the games. No action for me yet. Again, I want to take these Saturdays and Sundays slow, talk it out with the chat, because God damn it, that's the best resort we have, guys.
Yes, sir.
Use this chat. Let's use this chat to our success here. Chat, use us to your success too. We had some good plays yesterday. I went 3-4 down a unit. I left off the Red Sox, and that yesterday I said it was the closest I came to betting the Red Sox all year. They win comfortably, so that was nice. I'm not going to bet them today, I'll tell you that, because I know mentally I'm trying to chase that victory from yesterday. So I'm not going to bet them today, but it wasn't a bad day. It wasn't a horrible day. Let's get after it. Let's shout out everyone in the chat here, and then we'll start up here. Appreciate everyone as always. In here bright and early, Justin McElvey, Lakers team total over, his stacks play of the day there. Shout out to you, Justin. Is that today? I didn't know basketball was on today, to be honest. I insulate myself so much that I'm like, oh, I didn't know the NBA playoffs really haven't started. We're still doing play-in shit. So shout out to you, Justin, Professor Chris, Joey Harb, all you guys, Mally Mal, Wine Time Sports, Smoke and Mirrors, Mike M in here as well. Shout out to the Pimp Slap Man himself and Debbie Cab. Unfortunately, I'll tell you on air that I have to go do another show today, and I have to be there early to set up. It's actually, Debbie Cab, it's your dream. This is going to be my experiment because I have speakers. We're going to do a show at a bar, and hopefully from here we'll springboard into the Hooters like you always want to, but that's something for another day. But 420 show today at 1. Yep, Dab. Unfortunately, I couldn't hear you there, but 420 show today is at 1. So shout out to you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun. Live betting, basketball, football, whatever. Not football. That's how high I am already. Baseball, whatever. It's going to be fun. I wish I could hear you, Dabby, over there. I can't hear you.
Oh no, my God, my mic is muted. What the fuck?
I can't hear you. I'm sorry. Unplug. Do the unplug replug of your mic. No, I can't hear you. I wish I could. It's okay. It's all right. We're not blaming you this time, Cabby, but he sat there very animated, and I was like, I wish I could hear him, but I simply cannot. All right, let's go into this games, guys, and let's start JPeezy with those New York Yankees here. Tampa Bay Rays, Yankees, Nestor Cortez. Again, some people say I'm his doppelganger. We're built very similarly. Doughy lefties with ridiculous mustaches. I say I dress better than Nestor Cortez. I'll say that, but Eflin on the other side here. You know what's fucked JPeezy about this? The Saturday show to begin with. Obviously, we lose Dabby Cap because his mic is on the fritz now, I guess. But no cash flow at all from action this morning so far. No percentage of bets, no money on the money lines at all. So they're going to get a sternly ordered email from me here later today. And I only have 3 games on the cash flow for the total. So we're flying a little blind today. It's going to be interesting to see how it goes. We'll talk about how the odds have shifted, and we can hopefully make assumptions on that based on that. But we'll see. But this line, obviously, this opened up at minus 148 for the New York Yankees here. Very interestingly enough, and it just kind of plummeted down, now down to minus 132 for them. Nasty Nestor struggled last time in his appearance against the Guardians. You guys know I've been down on him all year. I've wanted to fade him at several points. And on the other side, we have Zach Eflin, 6 1/3, 6 hits, no earned runs against the Angels last time out. And then in a back-to-back actually was for him. So that was his second start. His first start, he struggled 5 innings, 9 hits, 5 earned runs there. And then a 6-inning, 5-hit, 1 earned run performance against the Texas Rangers for Eflin here. We know the Rays bullpen has been struggling this year. I'm going to be very interested to see how they do today, but I definitely lean Rays here. No action yet, Peasy. What do you have to say about this one?
This was one of the games that I really looked at. I mean, obviously it's the first game, so I zeroed in on it, and I held back bet until we talked about it, but I'm looking at the Rays too. we got Zach Eflin. You mentioned his numbers this season, but the last 3 games against the Yankees, he gave up 4 earned runs, no earned runs, 2 earned runs. So let's say he's averaging 3 runs. He'll probably give up 3. Soto is the one that he has to be worried about. He has great numbers against Eflin and maybe Verdugo, but that's it. Like everybody else doesn't really hit Eflin. So I think he can have a good game. And on the Nestor Cortez side, I mean, Rosario, Diaz, Padres, they hit this fool too. The only thing is, the bullpens. Yankees bullpen is pretty solid, and the Tampa Bay Rays bullpen is absolute shit. So the best way to bet this game, if you like the Rays, would be the first 5. I'm just not really a first 5 better, so I'm a little conflicted. I don't know if I should even move on it or I don't know. We got 14 games today, man. I like the Tampa Bay Rays in the first 5 innings. Haven't bet it because I'm not a first 5 better, and that's the only reason I haven't bet it.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Stabby. It's nice to hear you again.
God damn it, bro.
Yeah,
Holy
I know.
Shit.
You know, Peezy, what you don't know is when Dabby went away there, he was this close to just taking his mic and just firing it as hard as he could into the wall. He was so close to doing it, and he showed some restraint, and he fixed it. So, Dabby, I'm glad that you did not create a large mic-size hole in your wall.
Bro, this thing's heavy too, bro. It was close, man. I mean, it's plugged in. It says it's on, and you guys can't hear me. It's like, the fuck am I supposed to do, man?
Oh, man. Yes, it's nice to see you, Dabby. So what you missed, there's no cash flow today on any of the games because Action have sand in their pussies as well. But it's an interesting game. The line has moved towards the Yankees or towards the Rays, excuse me. Anything on this game here, Dabby Cab? I'm leaning Rays and over. Peasy's leaning Rays as well.
Hey, I noted down runs too. We got wind blowing straight out in the Bronx today. So what are we at? 8.5? Ooh, 8.5s are usually numbers that I like.
And it opened up at 8.5, juiced to the under, -125 and -120. Excuse me. Actually, no, 25. They gave you the full juice, and it's flipped all the way to -120 to the over. So very interesting. But go ahead, Cabby. Sorry.
Well, shit. JW said, "Get a better mic, bro. This thing is not that cheap. Damn, this thing was actually supposed to be a good one, but look, man, if I was going to bet Tampa Bay, like you guys said, I would. I know JPeezy said he's not a first 5 better, but I would go first 5 here.
I would too. I mean, that's the look.
Yeah, because the Rays bullpen is ass. 6 ERA right now in the season, and then you look at the Yankees bullpen; they've been good. 2.63 ERA. You got Cortez on the mound; he's been good. I wouldn't bet a game that I'd say this, but I would go Yankees full game. I'd go Rays first half. I'd probably lean towards the over full game. So, yeah, I'm off this one. Nothing here.
I'll write down Yankees over here, both of them over 8.5. And we'll see. I don't know. Again, I'm flying blind money-wise here, and everyone knows me that I'm a fucking market whore and I need to see the cash and all that stuff. So it's a little sketchy for me betting without seeing the cash flow, but we'll see. I have the over written down, and my hope is that by the end of the show, they fucking give us some information so we can double check. All right. Game 2, Detroit, Minnesota, Reese Olson versus Bailey Ober. A very interesting game yesterday. It went over 5-4. I think it ended up Tigers win. Me and Jimmy both leaned under, and they didn't give a fuck about that. So it was interesting to watch. Bailey Ober on a back-to-back against the Tigers when he just dominated the Tigers is very interesting. 6 innings, 3 hits, no earned runs at Detroit last time out. Pitched well against the Dodgers, too. 5 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run. This is all coming off of getting his tits ripped against the Royals in his first start. I truthfully think he'll probably get touched up here, but the thing is, again, it's like I trusted the Tigers' offense against Jack Leiter because he was a AAA pitcher. Do I trust them here against Bailey Ober, who I think is an average MLB starter, average to above average? Truthfully, I think he's not bad at all, but it's just scary to try to take a Tigers side here with Reese Olson, who last year he was garbage. So I felt like coming into the season, like I could see him having a pretty decent year. 6 1/3, 6 hits, 1 earned run against the vaunted Texas Rangers. Not bad. It's not last year's offense, but it's still not bad. Pittsburgh, though, 4 1/3, 9 hits, 6 earned runs, and he started off his season with a 5 2/3 shutout against at the Mets. So I didn't know what to make of this game either. I passed, but I lean Tigers again here, actually, which is shocking enough. Again, no action on the money flow, but I can give you some total information. 79% of the bets and 70% of the money on the over in this game, which is interesting because according to my site, this opened up at an 8. This opened up at 8 minus 116 to the under. And then I would say this morning it flipped down to the 7.5 juice to the over minus 117 there. And again, all those bets are on the over, goes down a little bit. That's very interesting. We'll start with you, Dabby Cab. What do you have to say about this one?
Oh, what? Say what?
Both these pitchers got to see each other a few times last season. You know, Ober had a 5 ERA against the Tigers. There's 3 starts, gave up 2 home runs in those 3 starts. And then you look, Olsen, he did good against the Tigers last year, 2-0. He had 3 starts also against the Twins. He had an ERA of a 3.23 for him. And Ober just hasn't looked great this year. You know, he's one of those guys that gets ground balls. Like, that's how he pitches. And I haven't been seeing him get those this year. I think at plus money, you have to look Tigers here. This is just a tough game to cap. I know that 7.5 seems low with 2, subpar pitchers on the mound too. It's just this just isn't something that interests me. I'd go Tigers or pass at plus money here.
Peasy?
Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. I don't have the chat up, so I can't see what y'all are saying, but I know y'all probably acting up early on a Saturday. And hey, is it just me, or does it look like Bouquett is gonna break out a saxophone at any minute and start fucking playing?
Yep. Yeah, I'm whatever Sean Armstrong. I don't know the guy's name. Something Armstrong.
Yeah, Louis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Louis. There we go. See, I'm cultured, JPeezy. I've got it. I had it.
Jose, we can see your other tabs through your sunglasses, man. You might want to close those out.
No. I keep the bestiality up. Don't worry.
Man, for this game, I got a couple of pitchers, a couple of guys on either team, kind of hit them a little bit. I got slow, boring game. I don't really had nothing on this game. 9 runs yesterday. I would lean to the under, but at 7.5, that's not something I'm going to bet.
Fair.
Fuck this game. That's how we do this shit.
Yeah, back with that shit, man.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. The backwood is on. I lean under and I lean Tigers here, so we'll see. But yeah, it is hilarious that again, there's no cash flow today. So I know, like, my guy Troy Torrance is like, what the fuck do I do now? Because I know the database is like, where's the money, guys? So it's very funny to see Troy's like, what the hell? And then Mike M, the old man capper, is rolling up his sleeves and doing this the old-fashioned way. He's got his newspaper out. He's got his pencil out, just circling lines, I'm sure. Shout out to you there, Mike M. Let's go Milwaukee Brewers, St. Louis Cardinals here. DL Hall, Miles Michaelis. Pretty low line to begin with. I was shocked to see that. I was pissed off because me and Jimmy, of course, on the Cardinals yesterday. They lose. They give you hope. Those sons of bitches, man. They were down 1-0 the whole game. They were given a run in the 9th inning. They have a chance to walk it off. They blow it, and then they give up a run in the 10th, and they can't fucking do anything. So they lose 2-1. Annoying game. But the pitching disparity, I think, is pretty large here. DL Hall, I backed him in his last start thinking that, he's going to be very motivated against his former squad. To not be one of those cast-off fuckers, and then he went 3 1/3, 8 hits, 5 earned runs. Luckily, I still got the win in that game because the Brewers' offense was incredible, 11-5 victory for them. But truthfully, I just don't think DL Hall is a guy that I want to back anymore this year. I think he's closer to a reliever than a starter if he didn't come out and pitch there. So I lean Cardinals here for sure. The issue obviously is Miles Michaelis. Doesn't really give anyone confidence when backing him. His last 2 starts, 4 1/3, 4 hits, 5 earned runs against the Diamondbacks. And the Diamondbacks are a good squad, obviously. So at least you've got that. And then versus Philadelphia at home, 6 2/3, 6 hits, 2 earned runs there, and a good start here. But now I'm going to look up how good old Miles has done against the Brewers in his past. His last 2 starts last year, 7 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, solid. And then 5 innings, 9 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned. Not good. So it's back and forth here. Let's, again, I'll keep refreshing action, hoping to see something different here because no action flow on either side there. But this line opened up at minus 126, has stayed there relatively. It actually went down to minus 119 at 7 in the morning for whatever reason, then climbed back up. And oddly enough, Bovada, everyone else showing a minus 125, and then Bovada has a minus 135 up already for the Cardinals. Very interesting here. JPeezy, kick us off here. Cardinals Brewers. Any thoughts?
Yeah, so I was just looking at this game and I was looking at this season so far, and like, how many times have the Cardinals scored more than 3 runs the whole entire game? I mean, like that's their number. It's like we can't get over 3. They've done it a couple times. Like they lit up 5, So I don't know. Like I'm willing to give Mr. DL Hall a chance, man. Like I think that he can probably do well, especially against the Cardinals, who are just, their offense is just lacking this season. I mean, remember when the Cardinals were like, oh, Cardinals against lefties? What are the Cardinals hitting against lefties this year? Cardinals are hitting 176 against lefties. Where the hell is Goldie at? Where's Goldie at? And Nolan Arenado, man, that guy, man, I just, he's doing more than Goldie this year, but he'll either hit or he'll strike the hell out. He'll go on a strikeout run and shit. DL Hall, he's a strikeout dependent pitcher. So if his stuff is on today, I think they have a chance, man. And as a matter of fact, these numbers aren't moving too much. I'm going to take the Brewers, man. I'm going to take it. Boom, locked in. That's how fast it happens. Brewers money line.
It's funny. It makes me laugh that Jimmy has to like screenshot the odds and like type up an email and then send it to his local. When I think the majority of locals all have websites and it's just like boop, 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 done. And it's very funny to watch Jimmy put in his action for me. Dabby Cab, anything on this game, Brewers Cardinals?
I'll root for JPeezy here. My only problem with Hall is he's given up so many hits already early in this season. He's only pitched 12 innings and he's given up 22 hits. Just seems like he's getting hit easy. He's flat. That's what the problem is. And Michaelis' only home start this year. He did well in that game. This is a dangerous Brewers offense, though, even though they struggled yesterday and they've been struggling lately. We went over the numbers yesterday on what they do against right-handed pitching. So you got that going for you. Like I said, I'll root for JPeezy. For me, this would probably be I would probably be on the total here. I'd probably just look over. Even though they scored fucking 2 runs yesterday. So everybody's like, why would you fucking do that? But I mean, that's where I'd be here.
It's funny. I looked up their last month of scoring. So since we will give them, because they scored 6 and 5 runs to begin this month on April 1st and 2nd. But since then, they have scored more than 3 runs only twice.
Were you talking about the Brewers or Cardinals?
Cardinals.
Right.
The Cardinals.
The Brewers.
And they scored 8 against the Marlins on the 4th. They scored 9 against the Diamondbacks, like JPeezy mentioned. And then from then on out, it's been 3 runs at maximum.
That's bad.
It's crazy.
Shout out to our guy Doug in the chat. He said the Brewers need Yelich back. That's very true. Their offense is not. Look, the Brewers' offense, they go up there looking to either hit a home run or strike out. I mean, they could be down 0-2, and those motherfuckers are still pulling off the ball straight to left field. I mean, it's tough to watch the approach they have at the plate.
You would not enjoy watching Nolan Gorman's at bats right now, Dabby Cab. That's the epitome of Nolan Gorman right now. It's disgusting. Next game on our card, let's talk about the doubleheader. I didn't have pitchers for the Marlins last night, so I'm breaking this down with you guys. Jesus Luzardo, Baby Jesus versus Javier Assad. And then we have Shota Imanaga versus, I have to actually upload the graphic again because it disappeared, versus a human being that I've never heard of, I believe. So I was like, okay, great. This is going to be an interesting we're going to call him Rodney here.
I don't know who that is.
Munoz versus Shota. So the Cubs obviously here are trying to shoot for a split in game one because they're throwing the big boy game one against Assad, who has pitched well this year, but we all know historically it's not like he's fucking big ace for this team. So it's going to be interesting to watch this game. I'm staying off both sides of the doubleheader. Again, the no cash flow and it being doubleheaders obviously put me off. But we'll talk about Assad because Troy, I believe, and I have mentioned in the chat that to his expectations, Assad has pitched the best in this rotation. 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 earned runs on a home run at Seattle, at the Padres, 5 innings, 3 hits, 2 earned runs on a home run, and then a 6-inning shutout at home against the Rockies. So he's been pitching really well. I just don't, I'm not betting on a guy to have a 4th consecutive good start when he doesn't have a track record of being that good to begin with. But the issue obviously is who wants to bet the Marlins. And if you're going to bet the Marlins, you're going to want to do it with Jesus Luzardo. It's just, I'm still not wanting to bet the Marlins here. I think the Cubs are still very good and easily could hit Jesus Luzardo because I'm sure Troy's mentioned this in the chat already as well. But the team that is the best against left-handed pitching thus far, smashing them, the Chicago Cubs, 162 weighted runs created plus. That is 62% better than average, 313 average, almost a 1,000 OPS. 962 OPS for a team is ridiculous. So it's very, very good. It's going to be a good matchup to see how that offense does against Luzardo. I lean Cubs here, but I'm not betting either side of this doubleheader. Cabby, anything on side one here?
Say what? Man, shut your mouth.
He's cold today. He's cold today. You're just off today. It's all right, Dabby. We're going to get rolling here.
This shit is strong as fuck, and I don't want to cough in everybody's ears, so I'm going to keep muting it. And then when I talk, it's going to take just a second to turn it back on.
We believe in you. We believe in you.
One of the things that a lot of people say they don't do is they don't take run lines with home teams, right? I've noticed through the last couple years when I've been doing this, if you're going to take a run line at home, do it in a doubleheader and do it in both games, okay? Because you're looking at plus money. And I'm not saying that you're going to cash both of them, but I'm telling you, you're going to get one of them with the Cubs here. If I was betting this, I would take the run line with the Cubs, both games at plus money, and that's where I'd be.
Fair enough.
Track it. I'm telling you, for anybody else, I don't have numbers. I'll start tracking it, but track it. On a doubleheader, track the home team run line, what the ROI is. I guarantee you it's fucking positive.
Okay. Peasy?
Yeah, I just bet it. This was another one that I was looking at, but I was just kind of waiting, to see what, I always like Assad, put those glasses on. Let's get focused in. I like Assad,
Sure. I'm
Luzardo. Yeah. So Cubs smash lefties. I bet it. There we go. I normally don't do double headers either, but this is the game right here. So Cubs money line, I took it.
All right, beautiful. Cubs money line for Peasy. What are you getting on that?
Oh shit, I don't know. I just fucking bet it. Let's see. Probably,
okay, well.
I probably have a terrible number. Let's see.
Well, it's gonna be around minus 140, I think, but that's not a bad number for a Cubs team against the Marlins. I'll be honest. The Cubs were minus 150.
No, I got minus 136.
All right, beautiful. Oh, that rocks and rolls. All right, no action for me on game one. Again, I typically say that I have to see game one to bet game two. So I will not be on anything in game two with Mr. Munoz here against Shota Imanaga. But this is another, easy landing spot for Shota. And I'll be interested to see how he pitches at Wrigley. I mean, he was the leader in home runs last year in Japan. Just was giving them out left and right. So I'm going to be interesting see how he does in Wrigley when it's windy. So I'd like to see that. And I'm actually pulling up the wind right now. Troy Torrance, step outside and let me know how windy it is. But according to Swish, 11-mile-an-hour winds blowing out to right field there. So it's going to be blowing. Exactly. It's going to be blowing out there right to right field. So who knows? Who knows if it's going to be effective or not for him? But I think I'll pass here with him as well. Anything for either one of you guys? Cab, we'll start with you.
I thought we already talked about
we going like circling around again. Like
no, it's just game 2. Anything on game 2?
Next game.
All right, cool. We'll pass on game 2. Let's go to our next game, the San Francisco Giants, Arizona Diamondbacks game. Good pitching matchup here. Kyle Harrison, sneaky, one of the better lefties in baseball. He's came up, slow, young prospect. Has given a Cappy, the thing I think that's more impressive about Harrison, he's just going 5-6 innings every time. I respect that of a pitcher because you're not seeing that much often. 6 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs against Miami. 6 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs there against the Nationals. 5 innings, 6 hits, 4 earned runs against the Dodgers here. Pretty good. I respect him, but he's going against Zach Gallen here, who could arguably end up being an NL Cy Young Award winner this year if he keeps pitching well. 3-0 to start the year. 6 innings shutout against the Cardinals. 5 innings, 8 hits, 3 earned runs at the Rockies, which is a great start at Coors, if we're going to be honest. And then a 6-inning shutout against the Yankees versus last 3 starts here. Let us check the money here on this game because, again, we'll refresh and hope. Nothing yet, but we have an opening line here at -120 for the Diamondbacks. This actually dropped down to -112 at one point. That is crazy. I wish I could have bet the Diamondbacks at that point. But it climbs back up here to -124. Went down to 18 and then 22. Again, Bovada, you're not getting any discounts but betting money lines at Bovada. This opened up at -122 there and didn't even go down like it did at Bet Online. It just climbed up -133. So very interesting indeed there. -134 currently. Anything for you, JPeezy, on this game? Diamondbacks, Giants?
Yeah, I looked at this game right here, -134. I see -113 right now on Bet Online. So all that jumping around, this, that, and the other, that, I'm looking at the market like as the third thing that I look at, man. So I was hoping that I came on with you guys today and let you guys let me know how the market could play a factor into my cabin because I just got the X's and O's of situation.
Shit, JP's. I wish the same fucking thing.
So Zach Gallen, I've always liked Zach Gallen. I think he's a good pitcher. Conforto is the one he's got to worry about. That's who has good numbers against him. The Giants' best hitter against right-handers is Lamont Wade Jr., and he doesn't hit Zach Gallen. So I would be probably leaning Diamondbacks if I made a bet on it. But I haven't made a bet on it. I don't know. -113. I don't know.
That's a fishy line to me as well. I'll tell you. I think my guess would be that there's a lot of money on the Diamondbacks here. And they're making it easier to bet the Diamondbacks here. This is just a guess, obviously, since we don't know what the money is, blah, 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 blah. But I have a feeling that the Giants might be live here now, which is very interesting indeed. Dabby Cab, anything on this game?
The baseball shit where it's like trying to predict like when somebody's going to have a bad game. It's so trippy to me. Before I get going on this, I got to say shout out DJ Big Boss in the chat. That Who Banging Sports Talk. I know that's him because it said, "What up, though?"
What up, though?
Yeah. Happy 420, everybody out there, man. Everybody in the chat here. Robert Martin, Stella Girl said Cubs not to bat in the 9th inning. No, +100 or even money. That's pretty cool. I like that. Look, got to go back here with my guy, Doug, man. I think it is probably bait, whatever. I don't care. You got Gallen at a good price. I know one thing that I do know, and this is why, with baseball, it's a long season. I do know that if I take Gallen at the right price, regardless of if it's a quote-unquote trap or not, multiple times throughout the season, I will come out positive because he's an ace. That's who this guy is, right? So we take him at the right price regardless of what we think. I think this is a cheap price for him. I'm going to have to take it. I'm still deciding whether I want to go first 5 or full game here.
Go full game, I'll go with you, Dabby. Go full game, I'll go with you.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Fuck it. We're in. JPeezy coaxed me. It's that easy. We're going to go full game then here because, like I said, even regardless of what happens today, you take your ace at the right price. Like yesterday, with Verlander, it was his first start. We were worried. I'm still so pissed that I didn't bet Verlander. The Astros needed him to come back so bad. They needed that. They needed that so badly. That was a smash spot. I think, even after last night's game, the Diamondbacks disrespected the fuck out of the Giants last night.
Oh yeah, they killed Snow. They dominated Snow.
So I mean, they're fourth in majors right now, averaging 5.3 runs per game. I don't see any reason why they slow down tonight. I think they keep it rolling behind their ace. So
let me see. Diamondbacks batting 307 against lefties right now. They're up there, top 5.
There you go. They smashed. Yep.
Yeah, they're fourth right now in weighted runs created plus, 132 weighted runs created plus. They're very good against them. It definitely helped that they've had Blake Snell to boost those stats last night.
Oh, and you kind of got to look at that team total sideways. It's going to be a 3.5 juiced or a 4 here. And that's for a team that put up, 15 runs last night? I didn't even see the final score. Was it 15?
Yeah, they put up a shitload. It's 4.5 plus 110 for their team total.
Oh, well, 4.5 on a minus 123 is a little bit interesting. And the numbers, to say the least, there. Diamondbacks, baby.
By the way, this line, the total opened up at an 8, and some bookmaker has it as a 7.5 now.
That's what I was about to say. For a 7.5 at a minus 123, they should be a 4, not a 4.5. That's interesting.
So very interesting indeed. I'm gonna circle the Giants, fellas. I'll be the stick in the wind. I'll stand up here and say this is fishy, and say this is just too cheap of a price for Zach Gallen here. By the way, Smoke and Mirrors. I think I'm assuming Smoke and Mirrors on VSiN. Maybe that's where he's dropping in some betting splits here. 84% of the bets, 85% of the money on the Diamondbacks, 67% of the bets, and 67% of the money. Doesn't say where the total, but he says it's on something. So. Thank you, Smoke and Mirrors there. Keep dropping that. We'd appreciate that. But yeah, I'll write down Giants plus 111. So I have 2 bets written down. I have nothing official yet. I need to keep talking it out with the fellas here. But yeah, I might be the stick in the wind for you guys.
Is this the last game, or are they going to play 4? Do they play tomorrow?
Let's find out. I'll tell you right now, Mr. Dabby Cab, because luckily for me, I'm already on the fucking MLB website because ye old Cardinals. And by the way, they scored 17 runs last night. 17 runs. Yes, today's Saturday. So yeah, they'll play one more on Sunday.
Why are we having so many 4-game series this year? I don't like them.
That's the getaway day. That's the day the Giants win. Sunday. Okay,
we'll see. And Jordan Hicks tomorrow for G Martinez is saying Stimmy OG on Giants as well here. And G Martinez saying, "Well, you guys, damn, I can get minus 114 with Zach Gallen. Joey Harp likes the over in here as well. Yeah, Coin. I think there's some bounce back and some hard here. Fucking 17 runs. 17 runs. You can't fucking show some spine here. We'll see. All right, next game. Astros Nationals. Dabby Cabs Astros as well as his Rangers. But we all know he's a Rangers fan. Let's not be crazy here. Justin Verlander came out there, pitched well. I lost my under. Mackenzie Gore shit his pants a little bit. That was a little frustrating. But I'll say this. I want to fade Ronel Blanco. Like he's been on a hell of a run. I don't believe it. I'll call bullshit. Instead of 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs against the Rangers. Respect. After a 6-inning, 1-hit shutout against the Rangers again. Respect. I just don't believe in him. And at minus 170 against Trevor Williams at home, and Trevor Williams has pitched well this year thus far, and we've talked about how he's sneaky bet on. 5 1/3, 6 hits, 3 earned runs. At Oakland was his worst start of the season so far. I lean Nationals here. I'd be maybe more interested in the team total for the Nationals, so I don't have to worry about fucking Jordan and all those guys, just terrifying me every time. But I do think Ronel Blanco is going to be vulnerable here. Let's talk about the Nationals versus righties this year. And we have a month sample size now, which is kind of nice. Ninth, 107 weighted runs created plus. That's pretty good for who the Nationals are. Obviously, Houston above them, 6th, 117 weighted runs created plus there for them. Dabby Cab, we'll start with you, Mr. Texas Man. What do you think about your make sure, yep, there we go. Great. Astros Nationals.
Ronel Blanco can fucking pitch, man. I watched both of the times he threw against the Rangers. I watched him, and because I had some props that I had bet with certain players in that game. Dude, this dude can throw the baseball, man. Hits his spots really well. He mixes it up. He moves it up, down, in, out. 0.86 ERA. Obviously, that's not sustainable. There will be regression in that. But I expect him to be a very solid pitcher throughout the year. I personally would not go against him here. I would either look at maybe like an Astros team total because, the whole team's frustrated, right? I know the fans are frustrated. The players are frustrated. They got back behind their ace yesterday and got a win. Now they've got the guy who's been their ace this season on the mound. I don't know. I get what you're saying, how you want to take some plus money with the Nationals, but I'd go Astros or pass here. I'd maybe look at some props for the hitters. I saw somebody put Alvarez in the chat. Absolutely. I'd go Astros here.
All right, Peasy, what about you?
If I had to add up all the bets that I've made on Astros, I'd probably be in the red. So Astros are a tricky team for me to bet. Blanco. I haven't had a chance to watch him, but I know he's done well. Trevor Williams, he's done okay. Who hits him? Bregman, Altuve, they hit him a little bit, but other than that, like no one else on the Astros has any numbers against this guy. But I mean, Trevor Williams gave up 3 to the A's and 3, giving up 3 in 5 innings or whatever. I mean, I guess that's not giving up 3 is not terrible, but it's the A's, and the Nationals themselves gave up 7 to the A's. I don't know. You give up 7 to the A's, what are the Astros going to be able to come in here and do to you if they want to? I don't know. I'm off this game.
Interesting note about the total here. It opened up in an 8.5, but it was a juice to the over, so it was basically a 9. And then when it hit 9, it was juiced to the under at -118, and it just climbed all the way up. It was 9 -123. Now our friends at Bet Online have a 9.5 there as well. So expecting some runs here, it seems like. Expecting some runs. Let's see what our friends.
My problem with Williams is here, man. He's walking too many people. He was just a little wild. He's already got 6 walks on the season. He only gave up the 3 earned runs in that last start, but he was in and out of trouble the entire. Fucking runners in scoring position the whole time. Astros, man. I don't know.
I would, but man, like Astros, that's their motto. Runners in scoring position every goddamn minute. They bring them in.
Score. Yeah, that's what they do.
Yeah,
You're right.
You could walk 2 batters every single inning, and the Astros might get 1 run out of it. So that's why I'd be off of it, man. Astros should win, but
okay. Smoke and Mirrors dropping in a 82% of the bets, 89% of the money on the Astros. 70% of the bets on the over, 63% of the bets on the under, 70% of the money on the over. So expecting some runs here are the people. I'd lean over as well. But yeah, no thank you. And Jake Burns, maybe you're right. I pass on everything except Nationals, A's, and White Sox. You know me, Jake Burns.
You got him. Bro, you forgot the Rockies, but you're damn close, Jake.
Mets Dodgers here. I have to ash my bowl here, so I'm gonna pop out after I give this breakdown. But shout out to the butt man, Jose Butto, or Buto, as I'll actually call him his name, because he's been pitching well. 2 6-inning performances, one against the Royals, who have I don't know. I don't know if I'm taking the Royals for real yet. I really don't. But he pitched well against them. 6 innings, 2 hits, no earned runs, 2-1 win. The next one, his debut at Detroit in that doubleheader against Matt Manning. 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned run, a 2-1 victory there. He's been solid, but now he has to go against the Dodgers. Do I really want to back them here? No. And shout out to the Mets. They won last night. It was a fun game. Lindor late home run. They blew a 4-0 lead at one point. The Mets did. But yeah, I just don't. And by the way, I'm assuming I went to bed in the 7th inning. If they blew that game, let me know, guys. But I just don't want to back Buto here. And backing the Dodgers is always tough because they line it so high. So, and you guys know I don't take run lines anymore. I don't like taking prayer props. So it'd be like a first 5 minus a half, perhaps. And Gavin Stone does not inspire too much confidence. 6 2/3, 5 hits, 2 earned runs last time out against the Padres. 3 innings, 6 hits, 5 earned runs at Chicago. 5 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs against the Cardinals. So just not someone I'm typically trying to back here. JPeezy, we'll start with you. Any action on this game?
Yeah, Dodger game. I don't know if anyone's been picking up what I've been putting down lately on these Dodgers, man. Everyone knows I'm the biggest Dodger fan there is, probably. But yeah, man, I can't stand my team right now. And I don't, they can price it however they want to because it's the Dodgers. We got the first 4 hitters, and that's it. Who's the tail end of our lineup, man? Our bullpen is terrible. Terrible. I don't even know who our closer is, and we still got Dave Roberts there in the dugout. Man in the shit. So, hey, I'm not gonna bet. I can't say fade the Dodgers because I'm a Dodger fan, man. But that's where you should be right now, man. Until we get shit together.
Man, I'll tell you what. I wouldn't want to take the Dodgers right here. I agree with you on that, and I'm not a Dodgers fan, so I just. This is Gavin Stone's 12th start. Have you been a fan of him as a Dodgers fan watching him throw? Like, this is 12th start. How do you?
Yeah.
Man,
yeah, he's so like. Why am I looking at Gavin Stone? Because our pitching situation is horrible right now. That's what I think about Gavin Stone.
Bro, exactly. So he's got the 6.14 ERA right now, and then you look this is his 7th career appearance. At Dodger Stadium, yeah, make sure I got that right. Yeah, he's 1-1 with a 6.59 ERA and a 1.6 WHIP, 8 walks and 21 strikeouts. Those numbers are just not good. It's very average. The walks are a little bit high. Obviously, the ERA being over a 6 is a problem. But I'm not a Gavin Stone fan, is what I'm getting at. And the Mets showing that life to be able to come back was impressive. I think it's probably a plus money spot with the Mets or pass, but I'm not doing either of those.
Agreed, lads. I'm staying off this game. Maybe a Mets team total here as well. But no, I agree. JPeezy, I might have the solution for your bullpen issues. Might I offer you an old friend, Kenley Jansen? He's washed up.
It's the last thing that we need. Yeah, I'll take Gagne back out of the graves before I take.
That would be great. I personally would like to see old Eric Gagne on the mound there. Shout out to him and the Rex Specs. White Sox, Philadelphia Phillies, and unfortunately, it's a minus 300 year, lads. So you guys know what I'm doing here. Dabby Cab, make fun. White Sox full game money line here. The minus 300 fade, excuse me. There's been 2 of them. I'm 1-0 on them personally.
Listen, you say make fun. Listen, I am going to interrupt you. Okay. You say make fun because I say don't bet shit baseball teams. Everything has a price. I don't agree with just betting a team because of a number, but at the same time, I'm not saying only bet good baseball teams at bad prices, right? Everything has a price. But the White Sox, you could put them at fucking minus 600, and I still wouldn't fucking bet on them. Now go ahead.
I'm on it. I just took it money line here. As JPeezy says, bow, it's just done like that. Plus 265. I'm officially in. Here's the fun fact of the day. Zach Wheeler's 0-3 this season. He's pitched in 4 games. This will be his 5th one. His team 0-4 in those games. Has not won a game he's pitched so far. So I don't know. Let's go White Sox here. Come on, Soroka. I mean, he's been okay this year. He's given up 5 and 4 runs in his last 2 starts. I mean, What could possibly go wrong here? But it's 2-0 on the season. I'm 1-0 on betting it. I'll ride with it, and it's going to be fun. JPeezy, anything on this game?
I didn't even realize Zach Wheeler was 0-3 this season. God damn. And you know what's funny?
Yeah, it's crazy.
These are the fucking bets that Jose fucking cashes. It's fucking crazy like that. These are the ones that he fucking wins. All I wrote down for this one, I said Zach Wheeler at home. Phillies win, -300. Can't bet it. That's all I have for this game.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Dabby? You can do your -300 fade without betting on the White Sox. You can have limitations to it. You could do that -300 fade and make sure that you go positive on the season if you just added some parameters.
Fuck it. The parameters. There are no parameters, Dabby Cap. Except I am a pussy bitch for not betting the first one though. So that's what's making me bet them all now. I mean, there's Spencer Strider is -300 against the fucking Diamondbacks, who were a playoff team. I should have bet that, no doubt.
Yeah,
but it doesn't matter.
Diamondbacks at -300, exactly. You don't bet the fucking.
I didn't because I'm a pussy bitch. But it's all right because I'm betting the White Sox, which is obviously the same thing. I bet the White Sox here, money line +265 for me. Let us keep it rolling here. God bless you, Mike Soroka. God bless you. I hope you pitch well today. Red Sox Pirates here. Again, I said this off the top of the show. I was very close to betting the Red Sox and breaking my fast, taking off my chastity belt. But I kept it on. They had a comfortable victory. And man, oh man, I wanted to bet him here again. And I said it off the top of the show. I'm not going to because I just feel like I'm like kind of chasing that victory from last night. But my old friend and everyone's in here, Mitch Helen Keller on the bump here for the Pirates. 7 innings, 8 hits, 2 earned runs, 9-2 victory against the Phillies. Hope he does that. I hope my friend does that in the last game, Soroka. 6 innings, 5 hits, 2 earned runs against Detroit. 5 1/3, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned against the Nationals, against Hunter Crawford. And God bless Andrew Bailey, because he has made this Red Sox pitching staff a lot better. And what's hilarious is the Red Sox pitching staff has done great, and they're still fourth place, still horrible. 5 2/3, 2 hits, no earned runs. Last time out, basically the same outing against the Orioles before that. And then a 4 2/3, 2 hit, 1 run performance at the Angels. He's been great. I don't think the Pirates are very good. I like the Red Sox here at plus money. I'm just a pussy, and I'm not going to bet it because I don't bet Red Sox games, and I'm a biased piece of shit. Now, let's go to the line movement in this game. Let's talk about it.
Coming back in the lineup?
I don't expect him to be there. I would love to see him there, and that's part of the reason why I think you have to wait until lineups drop.
Not today.
I just checked RotoWire to see there's no confirmed lineup for the Red Sox yet, and I get tweet alerts for the Red Sox, and I have not seen them tweet their lineup yet, I believe. So we'll see. I would be a little surprised. I hope so. Again, I expect him to go on the IL because if you MRI your knee, that's probably not a good thing. So we'll see. But you need to wait until the lineups come out. Hopefully, Rafael Devers is in there. They scored 8 runs yesterday, and this Red Sox offense has been horrible. So I don't know if they can replicate something like that. But I definitely lean towards them again here. Peasy, we'll start with you as Dabby Cap drawing a joint over there. Anything for you?
Yeah, before lineups come out on places like Roto, there's another site I look at that does batter versus pitcher, and whenever they have somebody like not applicable, for the day, that means they're not in, and they're almost always right. So Devers today, not applicable. I don't think he's in. This is the only bet that I made before I came onto the show. I took the Pirates. Mitch Keller, you already gave his numbers against the Phillies, man. Against this Boston Red Sox lineup, I don't see him having a bad day. Brian Reynolds has stepped up to the plate against Cuddy here, man. 3 times, and he's cracked that ball out all 3 times. single and a couple home runs. So Brian Reynolds, look for him to be like salivating to see Cutter Crawford on the fucking mound today. I took the Pirates, man. I took them on the money line. I got it at like minus 118 this morning.
Okay.
So I see our guy. You took the Pirates, JPeezy?
I raised it this morning. I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I like I've talked about one thing. I think I've told you this, Jose, a couple times. I hate the way Cutter Crawford delivers the baseball. Like
He's a weirdo. He's a weirdo, yeah.
Bro, you can't. I bet as a hitter, it's so hard to see. So I just saw Robert Martin put Boston 8-3 on the road. One thing I was going to say is there's two trends with this Boston team. They have been cashing first fives at a ridiculous rate.
Oh, it's disgusting. They're the best first 5 team in the league. It's crazy, and I haven't bet one of them.
Okay, so that's what I'm getting at. Is they're cashing first fives at a ridiculous rate, and they're really good on the road. I kind of was leaning Red Sox first 5 here, but I don't want to put that out there. JPeezy, I'll just root for you here. I haven't bet it, so I'll stay off.
Yeah, this is the one game I bet before I talked it out, so it could go south. I don't know. This was my own. Yeah, it's just that was my gambler's first glance. I bet the first glance.
Shout out to Razor. Yeah, by the way, to put a number to that cab, 14-6 are the Red Sox first 5 this year. 8.05 units up this year. Second best team is the Milwaukee Brewers, 12-5.
So you've got the Red Sox good on the road this season and the best team in baseball in the first 5 with Cutter Crawford on the mound. Jose, you can take your Red Sox in the first 5 here.
I will not. I will be passing on this game.
Okay.
But also the Red Sox have the best bullpen too. Like as we talk it out, honestly, I probably would bet the Red Sox after we talked it out. Seriously. Yeah. Yeah. They're the best first 5 team, and they have the best bullpen right now.
Yeah, their bullpen has been nice. It's just Kenley fucking Jansen's the heart attack back there. But again, JPeezy, Kenley Jansen. He's right there for you. He's right there. Yeah, I'm offering to you. No action for me here, but I like the Red Sox. Peasy is on the Pirates. Cab leans first 5 there. Shout out to Razor Sharp Picks for the $5 dono, saying shout out to all the scumbags.
He didn't say
there.
Shout out to all the scumbags. He said shout out to all the scumbags out there. Damn, that was good. I'm so proud of myself.
That was actually really good. That sounded exactly like Razor there. Wow.
Yeah, that was scary good.
Yeah, that was so shout out to you, Dabby Cab. Jesus.
All right. That's how that practiced.
Yeah, that wasn't your first. Did you like go to the mirror like before the show and you're like, I got this,
bro? That came like out of inspiration, bro. I read the capital letters and I was just like, I got this.
So even Razor says that was impressive. Damn, that was hilarious. All right, well, Dabby Cab, you need to remember that timestamp so you can cut that out. That's a good impersonation right there. All right, let's go to my favorite ball club, as Dabby Cab likes to call them, the Oakland A's, Cleveland Guardians, Logan Allen versus Alex Wood, 2 lefties on the bump. Dabby Cab, spoiler alert, no action for me on the A's in this game. You'll be proud to hear that. Let's talk about these teams against lefties first, because there's a little benchmark to where we can go off of. My God. Again, shout out to Morgan Spooner, who I laid out the other day. I was like, okay, Cleveland, I've lost so many Cleveland Guardians unders. I've lost so many. And I bet one, and Morgan was like, didn't you just talk about how you just lost one? And in my head, I was like, I did just say that, didn't I? And I went on, and of course, I lost the under. And I won the Guardians bet. We split. It was whatever. But I lost another under bet. And I was like, God fucking damn it. This is unbelievable. The Cleveland Guardians against left-handed pitchers this year. Maybe this is why they keep fucking blowing up my fucking unders. Third, 188 plate appearances, 133 weighted runs created plus against left-handed pitching this year. That is only better. The only 2 teams that are better are the Astros and the Cubs, as we just mentioned earlier in the show. That's crazy. Shout out to Cleveland. We know they're not an offensive juggernaut, but shout out to them. Oakland A's, scroll down a ways, you'll see them at 22nd, 87 weighted runs created plus. Horrid. horrid against lefties. So makes sense why they're minus 160 here. Let's see where this money line opened up and see if we can have any movement there. Bet online movements are just the fucking weirdest thing, man. It opened up at minus 170. It dropped down actually to 60 and climbed back up to minus 175. On our friends at Bovada here, it's minus 174 now, and it opened up at minus 170. So it's basically stayed there, and even is actually at minus 186 now, apparently. It might be a tough day for Alex Wood is kind of what I'm thinking here. It might be like a Guardians, team total -1, and you take the Guardians and you run away with it. But I don't know if I have any action yet here. I'll look up a team total here in a second. Dabby Cab, we'll start with you. A's, Guardians, anything here?
I'm in the same boat. I think he gets torn up today. I think they piss on him just a little bit. He's been terrible this season.
Just a little bit?
What? They piss on him a little bit?
Just a little bit of piss, not a lot of piss?
A little bit of piss is still a lot of piss, in my opinion.
Okay, fair.
I don't want to get pissed on. That's my point. And I think he's going to get pissed on today. He's given up 25 hits in just 16 and 2/3 inning of work this season. 15 earned runs throughout those 16 and 2/3 innings. I mean, you want to have 15 hits in 16 and 2/3, not fucking 15 earned runs. Like, that's literally the opposite. Like, terrible numbers here. And the Guardians are hot. Like, I don't know. So this is one of those things where it's like, I don't understand how anybody in their right mind could, regardless of what happens, get behind Wood and the A's here. Like, it doesn't make sense. So, I mean, I guess you'd have to do a run line, which is something a lot of people don't like to do. So maybe go first 5 with it. I think I probably will bet the first 5 run line in this. I just want to look into Allen a little bit more. I feel like I'm ready to trust him. This is only his second year, full season in the majors here for Allen. He's got a lot of upside. I feel like I don't know. I got to look into it a little more.
Yeah, and by the way, total at 7.5. Wind blowing in heavily here because I looked at that team total. It was 4.5 plus money, but 11 mile-an-hour winds blowing in to
Fuck that.
First
What's
base.
the first 5 team total?
I don't get those, so I'd have to look up on Bovada, and I don't have the patience to do that currently. So if you could do that, that'd be great. Or
I don't get them either, or I'd probably have already bet it.
Yeah,
I need to start getting a book with first 5 team totals because I already know for a fact that would be my top bet.
Peasy, anything here for you?
Yeah, it's funny. I'm on the day when Alex Wood is pitching. Everybody knows how I feel about Alex Wood. I try to put my bias aside because every now and then it gets me because they just beat the Rangers. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think that's because of Alex Wood. I mean, even when Alex Wood has on paper like a decent game, like you got to watch the game, and that's why I think he's one of the worst pitchers in baseball. Because if he has a decent game, it's only because the other team didn't really take advantage of his flaws. The dude sucks. His control is always off. He'll walk, like he usually doesn't make it out of the 4th inning because like his control is just off. He'll hit batters, walk batters. Like if you don't score against Alex Wood, that's your own fault. In this game, it's Cleveland or nothing. It's just too easy to fade Alex Wood.
I'm going to hopefully put Cleveland in some sort of 2-leg parlay here.
That's what I'm
Astros and Cleveland. Astros and Guardians.
There you go.
Yeah, shout out to our guy Mike M. What was it, the hip to be square play last year where he'd take 2 favorites and put them together? Astros, Guardians. There's your 2 favorites right there. Bam.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody let me know what the juice is on that because I'm probably going to go ahead and pull the trigger on that one too.
But by the way, Debbie Cab, apparently I'm faking being high currently, according to the chat, and it's giving me a chuckle as well. I'm having a good laugh out of that. I don't know exactly how, but it does make me laugh. So shout out to the chat for saying that. It makes me
stop
fucking
me faking it. Take her big old rip. We want to see you cough. If you ain't, bro, you ain't even coughed one time. I agree
That's
with
not
them,
true. I coughed at the beginning of the program. I was the first one to cough.
Let me see it again.
It's plus 149. It's plus 149.
They want me to peer pressure you.
Whoa, plus
149?
Yeah.
We're there. Let's get it.
I'm
going to get on that after the show.
Done. Data.
All right.
Whoa.
So there's another play. So we've got at least 2 plays locked in. very soon here. All right, let us keep on rolling here. We have LA Angels, Cincinnati Reds here. Not the most sexy game. I will protest here. Patrick Sandoval versus Graham Ashcraft. Oh, man. I think the Angels, they're not a good squad here, but what's going to be funny is that they're going to have a better record than they did last year. And everyone's going to be like, oh, the Angels had a better record without Ohtani, blah, blah, blah. And it's going to make me laugh. And I think spots like today, I could easily see the Angels winning this game. Ashcraft, okay pitcher, gets blown up on occasions, 5 2/3, 9 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned against the Brewers 2 starts ago as an example. They still won that game, by the way. But his last start against the White Sox, minor league ball club adjacent, 5 2/3, 5 hits, 2 runs, 1 of them earned, and a good start there. The issue, again, do I want to back Patrick Sandoval? And he's a guy that I frequently trust to maybe my deficit at times. 5 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run last time against the Rays. I think I was actually on that start. I don't know for sure, but he went back-to-back against the Rays, and that was his second start. His first one was 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 runs, 3 of them earned there. And then his start before that, 5 2/3, 4 hits, 2 runs against the Miami Marlins. So it's a tough game. Let's check out where this market has moved. And, again, if Smoke and Mirror, you drop your money splits, we'd appreciate that. I need to keep my eye out on that for you. But we get a minus 135 opener here, and it's, tick down. It ticked down minus 130, minus 125, minus 120. And it's kind of rested around there. And, actually, am I seeing Bet Online having a minus 112 for the Cincinnati Reds right now? Jesus, if it's all the way down to minus 112, I might have to step in. Yeah, I might have to step in on the Angels here. Like I said,
it's not a bad price for Sandoval on the mound, but I fucking hate betting Sandoval sometimes.
Exactly. He brings you to the ringer. He'll walk people. He's got really good shit. But
he's a crafty lefty. It's what he is. I mean, and he's the exact definition of what that type of pitcher is and what they do. He can go out there and carve a team up by hitting his spots, but he can also go out there and fucking put the ball 6 inches off the plate and walk people, like you just said. My bad, Jose. Go ahead.
No, I was basically done there. I think I'm going to move on the Angels. It's just disgusting to say out loud. And then you have to think about, do I want to bet the Angels first 5 or full game? It's one of those back and forth things. So I'm going to keep battling that in my head. Peasy, go ahead. What do you have thoughts on this game?
Not much, because I don't really bet the Angels. The only thing I wrote down on this game was the Reds are batting 224 against lefties. Not exciting. And the only thing I could think of was winds blowing out there at Great American Ballpark. Maybe Angels team total over. I'm not going to bet it, but that's probably the best look I could see if you want to bet this game.
Yo,
there we go. I reaffirmed my highness. I got it, guys. I'm back to being high because I'm betting the Angels now. Thank you, Joe Yokovich. I got the stamp of approval. That's good. That was funny there.
That is
Joe,
funny. Hey, he bet on the White Sox too, Joe. I don't know if you remember that, but
yeah, that is also facts. Smoke, thank you for dropping these in here. We appreciate that. 79% of the bets, 61% of the money on the Reds. Oh my God. I mean, this is. Oh, I got him. I got to bet him first 5 in full game now. Damn. 60% of the bets on the over, 89% of the money on the over in this game. All right. Well, I'm on the Angels at least full game, at least first 5, and I'm probably going to be on them full game as well. So I need to figure that out here in a second. First 5 price for me is even money, and full game is plus 104. So let us ride here today with these fucking bums. All right, next game on our slate, a good matchup, another really good pitching matchup. We've seen it before, and it lived up to the hype. Ragans, Burns here, Royals, Orioles here. Aren't we buying into this hype? The Royals have
just get over it. They're good. It's okay.
I don't know if they are, because I've seen it like 3 years now. I want them to be good. I've gotten my hopes up. They've hurt me so many times. But damn, they're good. They've hit the ball well.
I said this with the Rangers. When you're young, it's not fake, bro. Go ahead. I'm telling you, they're good, Jose.
Yeah, I mean, Raggins has been amazing. You know, we thought there might be a regression, but he's 0-1, but it's not like he's fucking pitching poorly. 6 innings, 5 hits, no earned runs against the Mets. They blow that game in like the 9th inning. They lose 2-1. I remember it. It's quite funny. His last start before that against Houston, a good hitting squad, 5 innings, 10 hits, only 3 earned runs. Battled his way through it. 4-3 victory in 10 innings. Doesn't get the win, obviously. And then his start before that was against these very Baltimore Orioles here at the Orioles. 6 1/3, 1 hit allowed, no earned runs, 4-3 loss. And I believe that game was a rain delay game too. It was supposed to happen in the morning, and they pushed it all the way back to the night. So he was kind of sitting around on it too and still pitched well. Burns, he's kind of done what we all thought he was going to do. He's been phenomenal. 5 innings, 6 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned against the Brewers. 7, 2 hits, 1 earned run against the Red Sox. And against these Royals, he went 5 2/3, 9 hits, but only 2 earned runs in the 4-3 win there. So I could be convinced on an under here, obviously. But I didn't want to do anything with this game. I actually probably lean towards the Orioles here at this cheap -130 price. Just because I think the Orioles bats are good enough to see Raggins a second time and get, obviously here's the thing. Like, it's not about really for me seeing him in like quick succession. It's having video on how he pitched you, and you can see that video and analyze it and go from there. And I think that's what the Orioles will end up doing, and see how the young batters will bounce back here. I lean to them. Let's check out the market here and see where it's opened up at. This opened up at -1. Wow.
You see it.
Jesus.
Yeah. You see that?
-140 for the Orioles, now down to -117. Smoke and mirrors. Drop that cash flow, my man. I'd love to hear it now for this game. Total in this game opened up at an 8, -110, and now obviously has dropped to 7.5, juice to the under. Unsurprising here. Boy, oh boy. The Royals here again. Are we going to get another Royals victory? That's very interesting. JPeezy, we'll start with you. What do you think about this game?
Yeah, I was looking at that at the market. So, yeah, you saw it, -140 down to -117. I don't know. I don't really have nothing on this game. I don't bet based on the market, but I'm just, as for the game breakdown, the Orioles are hitting lefties. I don't know why the price came down on them. Corbin Burns, there's only a couple guys that hit him. Perez and Witt have a couple singles against them. That's it. So I've never been a big Corbin Burns fan. Royals got a better bullpen. I don't know. It could go either way. The market's telling you the Royals is a spot.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, it is, because Smoke and Mirrors is saying 75% of the bets, 81% of the money on the Orioles. And books are saying, come on in. Here's -117. Keep betting it. Corbin Burns, he's great. Can't be anything for you here. Fuck, I'm betting the Royals today as well.
Royals, White Sox, who else you got? Oh.
Jesus Christ, Jose.
and he's gonna cash them all too. Watch.
Hey, I'm not high, guys. It's all fake. What the hell?
I just said that the Royals were, the real deal. I'm buying in, but so are the Orioles. And this is Burns on the mound. Like, this is an outstanding game for this part of the season, which is, who the fuck would have thought I'd be saying this is an outstanding game with the Orioles and Royals? But this is good baseball right here. You got two good pitchers on the mound. You got 2 good lineups. I don't know. Maybe a full game over. Even though I just said I like both these pitchers, I'm not going to be betting this one, but maybe a full game over if I was.
Fuck. I think I'm going to be on. I don't want to double up here. That's the scary part. I don't want to double up here. So I think I'm going to ride full game. And again, I've said this quite frequently. I don't love the full. I would honestly much rather be on first 5 here, but it's the full game line we're seeing move to this dramatic amount. So I'm going to bet that line. Like, that's just what makes sense in my head. And that's what seemingly has worked out here. And it's so funny because, like, sometimes I'll just be waiting for it. You know, I'll just be waiting for whatever bullpen arm to come in and just blow up, and the game will swing my direction. I'll just be like, damn, how did the market know this shit? Like, they just know. And it's just scary sometimes how that shit happens. But Royals for me, full game money line. I'll be on it. I'll let you guys know the price at the end of the program here. Let's talk about Rangers Braves here. Great series. Great game yesterday. I cashed the first 5 under, and then obviously the full game under went to shit immediately after that. But at least we split the game, so that wasn't bad. Eovaldi versus Charlie Morton here. I mean, Dabby Cap. I could easily see you being on the Rangers here at plus money with Nasty Nate on the bump here. After the Braves kind of shit on them yesterday, I could easily see you being on them here for sure. I'm not moving on this game, or I should say I have not moved on this game yet. Let's start about where this line opened up here as well. This opened up minus 150 for the Braves, now down to minus 140. That makes sense. Now almost down to minus 135 now too. So it's trickling down. Smoke and mirrors again. Thank you so much for dropping the money splits. I'm assuming it's VSiN again. Smoke and mirrors. So thank you for your service here. This line opened up at a 9.5, but it was a juice to the under at minus 120. Actually ticked up for a second, minus 115 to the under, and then just plummeted right back down to 9 right now. And it's juiced to the under again at 9. So we might even be seeing 8.5s in this game. Very interesting. Dabby Cap, we'll start with you since this is your Ranger squad. Anything for you here?
So I will be taking the Rangers here, but not on a side. I'm going to take them on their team total, and I'm going to wait until close to game time because I think the number could come down, like you just said. But it is an official bet, so whatever the best number you can get if you're tailing before, and I'm not talking to you, just anybody. Whatever the best number on the team total you can get, that's what I'm going to bet. It's either going to be 3.5 juiced or it's going to be a 4. Right now, I see a 4 at minus 120 that you can get. And if that's the best I end up getting, that's the bet. That's what I'll take. You know, this is a spot where I also would have considered the plus money. Eovaldi, you know, he's allowed 8 runs in just the 24 2/3 innings. But 5 of those came in one game, right? So, and that was the same game. And I think this is a good spot for him to get right here, even though the Braves, you know, they are what they are. They're a very impressive hitting team. But I trust Eovaldi. He's earned my trust over the last year through the playoffs and then to start this season. You know, and Atlanta's only 19th in batting average allowed this season. So I can understand why people would think that this would play to the under. But I think just like yesterday, over. If you're going to take a total, full game's going to go over. I'd take the Rangers as a side. I am going to take the team total, and I bet Corey Seager, and I know what his numbers are against Morton. Okay, so before somebody drops it in the chat and says, oh, he's hitting 86 off Morton and he's got 13 plate appearances. Yeah, and I said that number right. He is hitting 86 off Charlie Morton with 13 plate appearances.
I was confused at first. I was like, 86? Is there supposed to be a number in front of there?
No, you heard it.
86, yeah.
Yeah. 086. Yeah, 0.086. There you go. And I'm still on Seager's prop here. Big players show up in big games. They're going to get behind Eovaldi. They're going to put up runs. I like the Rangers at plus money. I got their team total over, and I'm on Seager here, over 1.5 bases.
Okay, well, I'll make another. I'm going to make another. Oh, this guy's fucking baked bet. I'm going to be on the first 5 under here. Oh my God, I'm getting 4.5. I wanted a 5 so fucking bad. Okay, I'm gonna be on an under here. I'm gonna be on a first 5 under. I think these pitchers can pitch, and what's funny, I'm putting my entire faith in VSiN and Smoke and Mirrors right now because he's saying 63% of the bets and 79% of the money on the over in this game, and yet again, we're seeing this line just plummet total wise.
Can you guys hear that shit?
Yeah, so we heard some thunder there. It was a little faint thunder there. It was funny. Your house is about to blow away.
Bro, it is fucking crazy outside. I'm mute my mic.
But I mean, that number is just plummeting, and it's just another hey, take the over, guys. Go here, take the over. Here, take the over. We'll make the number even more appealing. Take the 9 over. You had 9.5. Here's 9. Now, they did this yesterday. The same thing happened yesterday. And first 5 went under. And it was sweaty because every fucking other – it's like they came from commercial break, home run. They start the other inning, home run. And God bless them because they were all solo shots, which made it, palatable. But – yeah, I like the 4.5 here. Again, I wish I had the 5. Truthfully, I would have paid for the juice 5, but I'm getting a 4.5 here. So I'll take it again. Texas Rangers, Atlanta Braves, first 5 under 4.5 here. So it's going to be an interesting card here. And I know betting unders with both of these squads is not something you want to do, but we'll let it ride. I also think, obviously, Nathan Eovaldi is very good. Let's just start there. And Charlie Morton's a good pitcher as well. So not just market. I believe in both these guys. Let's go to our last 2 games here. Mariners, Rockies. Luis Castillo apparently starting this game now. I was kind of surprised to that. I thought we were going to see Emerson Hancock again because this game didn't go yesterday. But I'm getting a Luis Castillo. If you guys in the chat, someone here can confirm that. I don't have any action on this game. I didn't have any action on it yesterday. Luis Castillo has not pitched well. So, maybe I lean over here, but betting overs and Coors really isn't my thing. Like I've bet 1 this year. It was a fucking 13 and it flew over. And it was just because the market was screaming over that day. And I was like, all right, I have to listen to it sometimes. And that cashed, thankfully, but I don't typically bet them. I would rather bet an under. Dakota Hudson has been, okay, actually, to start the season. Like, I guess maybe my standards for Dakota Hudson might be lower than most people's, but let me bring up his starts yesterday because I wrote them down, obviously. His last 2 starts, Toronto, 6 innings, 5 hits, 5 earned runs. Not great. And then Tampa Bay, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned runs. So, not bad, not horrible. I'd probably stay off the game. JPeezy, anything for you here?
Absolutely nothing.
All right. Gabby Cab?
Unmute my mic. If I was going to take that, man, I wish the Mariners were at home because I would get behind the first 5 run line with Castillo, no doubt in my mind. I think I've said it until we get 4 or 5 starts in. I don't think that looking at, like a bad start or 2, it doesn't bother me. And last time out, he only gave up 2 earned runs against the Cubs. That's a very good hitting Cubs team. Only giving up 2 earned runs through 6 innings that's a good start for him. I think he throws good here. I would take the Mariners' first 5 run line if they were at home. They're just not. So I don't bet games that are in Colorado.
88% of the bets, 70% of the money on the Mariners. 55% of the bets on the under, 69% of the money on the under. Thank you, Smoke and Mirrors. Smoke and Mirrors, MVP of the day. MVP, shout out to you. Action, you're getting that strongly worded email after this program. All right, next game, last game. Toronto Blue Jays versus the San Diego Padres. Jose Barrios versus, I actually know the starter, but I still put the question marks there because I was like, who is this? And I think it was R. Vasquez, and I assumed it was Randy Vasquez of New York Yankees fame. But can someone, again, confirm that for me? That'd be nice. Jose Barrios on the other side. Good. I will admit I think he's officially over me putting him in the mental just grinder that I put him in the World Baseball Classic. I gave him a noogie, basically. And he's pitched well this season. 7 innings, 2 hit shutout against the Rockies. 6 2/3, 4 hit shutout against the Mariners. And against the Astros, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 earned run for Barrios. So respect to Jose Barrios. I round of applause for him. But let's talk about R. Vasquez, who I'm, again, assuming is Randy, getting the start here. What are we going to get from old Randy Vasquez here? He's had 3 starts in AAA this year, and I thought he was I don't know why I thought he was in the majors in the bullpen. But 3 starts, 4 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs, 6 Ks, 3 walks, 4 1/3, 9 hits, 6 runs, 5 of them earned, 3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs there. Again, I have a feeling that he's not old like Justin Verlander. He's 25 years old, so relatable. But this guy was a major league pitcher last year. I don't know if he's particularly concerned about the results there. So I probably, again, stay off this game, or actually probably just lean Toronto Blue Jays here because, again, why are they so cheap is my question. It's pretty surprising to see them this cheap. Let's start talking about where this line opened here. Opened up at -114 and wow, shockingly enough has dropped. Is now -112 at some places. So you can see it went up on the screen, but
What's
it's not
your beef with Randy Vasquez. His numbers are fine. What the fuck? You talked
he's
about him like
he's a former New York Yankee. I mean,
you talked about him like he was dog shit, bro. 11 games last year, 2.87 ERA.
He's a former New York Yankee. I mean, that's why. Again, there's the hate, that lineage that goes there. Line opened up at 8.5. Now it's dropped to a 7.5. Now it was not really an 8.5. It was -125. So you can tell me it opened up at an 8 and then it dropped to 7.5. So you can get a half run drop there. But it seems like Randy's going to have a good start and keep him in it, but I don't want to bet this game. I would say the Padres are live, but no action for me here. The Blue Jays bullpen is scary, so it's first 5 Blue Jays are nothing for me. JPeezy, last game on the show. We appreciate you for joining us, first of all, as always. But go ahead, kick us off for this last game here.
Yeah, I'm usually kind of wary on Barrios on the road, but you're right, he's pitched good this year, so I don't even know if I can hesitate on that. I'm too biased on these National League West teams. I hate the Padres. I would only be looking at the Blue Jays, but it might just be the Dodger fan in me because I don't bet on the Padres. I don't care. So I probably would just stay off the game. I wanted the Blue Jays yesterday, and I didn't bet on them, and I saw they did well. So this would almost be like if I bet on it today, it would be because I missed out yesterday.
Yeah.
And fuck the Padres. So, and I'm a degenerate, so I might do it. Let me see. -109. -112 now. Let's just fucking do it. Let's just fucking do it.
Yeah, fuck the Padres. It is.
Okay.
Cabby?
I got nothing on this one, man. I'll root for you guys.
All right. So no action for me in that game either.
No one's going to talk me off of it? Damn.
I'm not going to talk you off of it. It's a cheap price. I mean, the only concern is
Blue Jays suck. How about that?
The concern is obviously 70% of the bets, 71% of the money on the Jays, and it's kind of trickled down to the Padres. That's a little worrisome. 7.5. The total and the 60% of the bets, 59% of the money on the over there.
I'll think about it. It's a 7:00. I'll think about it. But you see,
you've got time to see how if the market keeps moving to the Padres, I'd stay off.
But it was -109 for the Blue Jays, and now it's -112. How is that?
And it opened up at -115, so it's it's bouncing around there.
Oh,
so that's the issue there. Yeah, I just
I got time. Let me see what my day action does. Fuck the Padres, though.
That's funny. All right, guys, let's recap our action here. I've got bets to officially put in as well, and I got to figure out what I'm going to move on here. I'm not going to move on the Yankees-Rays total to start the day. I've got plenty of action here now, so that'll be very fun to watch here. Giants money line +111 on my card against JPeezy and Dabby Cab there. White Sox money line +265 -300 fade. Royals money line. The Angels first 5 in full game. That's going to be a very interesting sweat there. +100 +104. And Texas Atlanta first 5 under 4.5 even money. And the Mike M, your sister's granny's say it ain't square parlay of the day. Cleveland Guardians, Houston money line put together. JPeezy got a 149, so I'm going to see what I get here, but it's going to be very exciting. Peasy, you're the guest here. I'll let you start it off. What's your action here today?
Yeah, I took the Pirates before the show started. That was my only bet. Got in here. marinated with y'all, threw the ideas around, got some input from the chat, and I came up taking the Brewers money line, Cubs in the first game, and me and Dad jumped on them Diamondbacks. So I hope you lose, Jose.
Dabby?
So Diamondbacks, like you just said, then Rangers team total over. I'm still seeing if right now the best number is 4 minus 120. I'm just letting everybody know I'm going to wait a little bit to bet it because I think I might get better. But if you want to take it at 4 minus 120, I don't hate it. Seager over 1.5 bases. It's at even money, which against a right-hander, regardless of his .86 batting average after 13 at bats, I think is a great value. He's got 13 at bats. He could go fucking 3 for 4 today, and after today, he's got a 300 fucking batting average against the dude. It's a very small sample size. Okay, you got to understand how this works. So Seager over 1.5 bases, even money, and then I'm going to do that parlay that we talked about with the Astros. I'm going to put the Astros and Cleveland money line together, and I haven't done it yet, but I think somebody in the chat said it was like around plus 140, or JPeezy, what'd you say it was?
Yeah, I'm on it too. I didn't mention that, but yeah, we developed it right here, so I got it at plus 149.
Yeah, I just got to go in and bet it as soon as we're off here, but I'm going to be on that parlay also. So those are my bets.
All right. Beautiful work, JPeezy. Congratulations on surviving your first edition of Say Hey Plays, the 420 edition of Say Hey Plays. What's in store for you, JPeezy?
Where's my steak? God damn it. No. For today, man, I'm trying to get some hockey plays in. Actually, the only game I'm looking at starts at 5 o'clock. I'm so salty against the Bruins that I might bet against them and take the Leafs at plus money. All the Canadians tell me that's not the right thing to do, and Canadians know hockey more than I do, man. And Torontoans, I don't even think they want to bet the Maple Leafs today. But
I think Jimmy's going to bet the Leafs today.
Is he?
You want to jump on with this? I know you've been here. Jose talks a lot, so it's been 17 hours since we started this show. But you want to jump on with us on the 420 show?
What time is it? Later on today at 4:20?
I think it starts in 30 minutes. I don't
even.
It
starts at 1.
1 what on my time?
1 Eastern, I believe. So,
that's 20 minutes. Yo, listen, we're gonna rock out for the NHL, for the NBA playoffs, obviously the MLB games we just talked about. But you guys in the chat got to show up. If there's enough of you guys in there, we'll stay on for a while. If we don't got a ton of people in there, I got other shit on 420 I can do. But as long as you guys are rocking with us, I'm going to sit here and smoke some bats with you guys until I pass out.
Well, that sounds like a good challenge. I'd like to see that.
I won't pass out.
All right. Well, shout out to you, Dabby Cab. JPeezy, again, thank you for joining us. Thanks for joining on this marathon Sunday. Justin McKelvey will be there joining on the 420 show. So go jump over there right now, guys. We'll see you guys very soon. We just reviewed our action. Dabby Cab, good luck. JPeezy, good luck. I hope we succeed here because our Saturday record fucking needs it. However, I do hope you guys lose the Giants Diamondbacks game or whatever it was, whatever game we're against.
That game doesn't go towards the record either way, since we have you can't you understand what I'm saying? That's a wash. Just leave that shit out since we're on the same panel.
Oh no, we're on it. I hope you guys for your record, for the Saturday sake. I hope you guys win.
Where's the confidence, Daddy? Hell yeah, that's just gonna count. I ain't discounting the win.
No. I mean, for the show record, it's going to count in my bank account, JPeezy. I mean,
well, then you guys are going to be up a unit. So then why are you guys worried?
Oh, okay. That's right. Because there's 2. I was about to say it doesn't make sense to take juice for no reason just because we're on opposite sides. But I guess.
No, you guys are going to be up a unit if you guys cash.
There's 2 of us. We're good.
Yeah, you guys are fine. All right. Appreciate you guys. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Brahma B, Real Deal Prime, Justin McKelvey, Rocco Rogers, Andrew G, Robert Martin, Gagnon in here, Brent Cook, Smoke and Mirrors, the MVP of the day. Thank you for dropping those splits in there, my man. That was big time cookies right there. Razor Sharp Picks, thanks for joining in. Joining in as always. And don't forget, guys, 420s today. You know what that means? Go sign up and log in your fucking picks for the NHL player pool right now. It's going to be a lot of fun. I locked in my picks right before the show today. I have my 20 guys picked. Do I know who all of them are? No. But do I believe in them? Yeah. Because I'm going to beat Jimmy, and he's going to pay for my NFL pools next year, and I can't wait. So join in. I think you guys have a, couple minutes left for, first puck drop, whatever the fuck it's called. But shout out to all you guys. Thanks for watching. Say hey, and we'll see you guys next time.